Thank you so much for coming back to see us for your first anniversary. Is it nice to be back?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
Good. And obviously, yeah, you haven't been back since the wedding, so it must be nice to kind of walk in. And does it feel like home or?
Yeah, it does in a way.
Yeah, there's like something unique about it when you just pull up, it seems like, isn't it? So.
Especially knowing all the staff too. All the staff is still the same as.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about kind of before the day itself and what sort of made you pick Titchwell and how did you come across us and what made you choose?
Okay, how we came across, so I'll go with that one. We went to, I know that Rachel loves the beach, and it was a birthday, was it 29th birthday?
Mm-hmm.
And I just asked some of my family members if they'd ever stayed in a really nice hotel that was around the beach.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're from like we live in the middle of the UK, so the beach isn't on our doorstep. And so I asked a few family members, and one of them suggested here because one of their friends had stayed here and said it was really nice. And so, yeah, it was a little bit on like a whim, but I booked it, and that was it. We loved it, didn't we?
Yeah, so I loved it, and right away we were saying, I wonder what it would be like to get married here. We downloaded the brochure right when we were sitting in the bar area.
And you met with Kirsty, didn't you, to begin with, and she sort of put everything together for you.
Yeah.
And with that, what did you sort of create with her? So what was your kind of ideal day as such?
So I had a lot of ideas of what I wanted the ideal day to be. So I was kind of bringing a taste of Florida to England, and that's part of why I wanted it to be near the beach and why I liked this room, that there's so much.
It's really nice
so
and light, isn't it?
and everything, yeah. And I just felt like the whole place had kind of a beachy feel to it. So a lot of what I brought in was the tropical flowers and the tropical
Loved your
cocktails.
flowers. Your flowers are amazing.
Yeah, they turned out so well.
And obviously on the day itself, I know we had to make a few last minute changes, didn't we, because of the weather. Not ideal, but it's typical, all sunny today.
Yeah.
But I mean, how was that for you guys? Were you sort of not stressed?
Yeah, on the day I was amazingly calm.
You were actually. Yeah. I remember you being really like cool and collected. It's good.
When I was looking for a venue, part of what I was looking for is an indoor space that I liked.
Yeah.
And so that I knew on the day if we did have to move it inside that
you'd be okay.
I would be okay with it.
The backup option was good, wasn't it? That was part of the reason why we chose it in the first place, because if it did, obviously the weather is typically unreliable in England. And also, the same day we were out in the garden, like on our wedding day as well, just in the afternoon, like the sun came out.
It really came out lovely, didn't it?
When we were actually getting married, that it wasn't what we would have wished.
Yeah.
But it's still...
But it was still amazing.
Yeah, because this room's so light, it's still, although it wasn't a very nice day, it didn't feel like we had to have a lot of lights on or anything like that to like make up for any of it.
It almost still feels like you're outside because so much of the room is windows.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. No, it was good. And I think for your day especially, like pictures and things like that were quite important to you, weren't they? And I think again, being in this room, it was really, really nice and light, and as I say, your pictures were just beautiful afterwards. It was really, really good.
Again, we got the best of both things. We had some inside and some
outside as well.
But we probably wouldn't have had them inside if it had just been all outside in general. So
that's true, actually. Bit of a bonus there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got both of them. So.
And planning as a whole, how did you find it? Were you okay with everything?
No, I think everything went very well. I think we and I had a lot of ideas of how we wanted the day to go and what we wanted everything to be. And we also had a lot of questions at every step of the process. And you and Kirsty were very accommodating in answering all of the questions and making us feel very relaxed leading up to it. And also, you and everyone here was so flexible with anything that we wanted. There was always a way to work it in. So
that's good. I think as well that having questions is always really important because it means that we can, like you say, we can make it how you want it to be and things like that for you, as opposed to doing it this way and that way and things like that. So yeah, it was quite nice to.
And one of the key bonuses of that was that I didn't want us to get married in like a chain hotel what had 5,000 rooms or 500 rooms. I wanted it to be so when we did have questions or we did ring up needing something, sort of like you knew someone here knew who we were within a couple of minutes having a conversation. So
that's
they
nice
could
to hear.
find the booking and then adjust it like that rather than having to go through to this person or be past that person. We didn't really know anybody on a personal level. It was a lot easier to logistically, because especially like I say we live so far away, logistically it was really easy to maintain that organisation, wasn't it?
Aww, so. That's good. And what do you remember most about the day?
For me, it was just the feeling of kind of floating on a cloud all day long.
Like that's a really good way to put it. I like that.
Nothing, no stress or anything could touch me all day long. And yeah, just that feeling of not having to worry about anything was incredible.
What about you, Matt?
I think like until the bit I remember is sort of like until the ceremony, then it's all like a little bit of a blur. Because I think that I was like Rachel, I was very relaxed on the day, but I just think because you're having such a good time afterwards, it goes so fast.
Yeah.
Whereas earlier in the day, you have a little bit more time to like just relax and take things a bit slower. Because then once it starts, then and it's all great stuff. Once it starts, it goes so fast.
That's very true.
The start of the day from when you wake, and I took a walk on the beach that morning, just things like that.
I remember you going out with your family, didn't you?
Yeah, like the environment meant it was a lot more relaxed, so you sort of remember a bit more of those things than when the festivities begin. And it's, and
obviously with your wedding as well, you tried to have obviously a few of the Jewish traditions in there, and I remember obviously when you had your evening reception doing all those bits in there, and it was again fantastic to see all the pictures and things from that, and it looked like you all had a great time. Was there any particular kind of standout favourite things from the day? Well, we mentioned about the cocktails earlier, but any food or anything? What?
All of the food was incredible.
I was going to mention that as one of the reasons why we booked here in the first place, because that was important to us, wasn't it? Especially like I think when it wasn't like we didn't have like an enormous wedding. It wasn't hundreds of people, but it was still a lot of people to cook a lot of food for. So we wanted the food to be very nice, because especially Rachel and family coming from Florida, it wasn't anywhere near as far, but I still had all my family and friends were like driving sort of 3 hours, and wanted to make sure it was like worth their while, and that they remembered it as well as as nice as we did. So so
everyone commented on how amazing the food was and how it was the best wedding they've ever had, the best food they've ever had at a wedding.
Amazing, that's good to hear. And I remember we obviously made your menu quite bespoke to yourselves, didn't we? And you did like a duo in the end, didn't you, for your main course?
Salmon and beef short rib.
Nice. I remember it was very tasty. I remember trying some of it. So if you could pick a few words to kind of sum up the hotel, what would they be?
I think unique would be the first one that comes to mind. There's just nowhere else like it.
Amazing. That's good to hear. Anything for you, Matt?
I think probably relaxed is what I would say. Like it seems like, I mean, obviously the weather does help today, but it just seems like it's like the whole environment is very relaxed, and it's easy to sort of be on holiday here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, when you go on holiday, you want to relax, like it feels easy to do that here. I don't know what it is. I can't really pinpoint what it is. But
you just switch off and it's nice.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Every time we're here.
And you had quite a few of your guests stay the day before as well, so it was nice for them to be able to enjoy sort of the area as well for a couple of days as well, which is good.
Yeah. We did the 2-day takeover, so everyone was here for the day before, and then some people also stayed the night after.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
That was probably like the best bit for me, was the takeover. That it was sort of like our hotel. That's what it felt like. So all the staff and everything that was happening was just for us for those 2 days. And I think that was one of the most special parts of it for me, was that it was like, not only was it all of our guests, so everywhere we went there was someone that we knew and they were there for us, but then all the staff were also there for us and for our
became
guests.
part of it for you all. That's good.
So that was
nice. And if you could have any top tips for any future couples, anything you can think of?
I would say that the weekend of the wedding, just let everything go, kind of, that you took care of lots of it, and Matt made some decisions, but leading up to the wedding, I made a lot of decisions and did lots of planning and was very in with all of it. But the weekend, I just kind of let everything go and just relax and enjoy it. Basically. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, as I say, for coming to see us again, and happy anniversary again for your first one.
Thank you.
It has to be a thing now that you have to come and visit us every year.
we did say that.
But no, thank you so much again, and enjoy your lovely stay with us, won't you?